Hey everyone, and welcome into Uncharted Realms' Friday event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we are excited to bring you round one coverage of tonight's armor event. It's Friday, and it's Uncharted Realms, so you know that's 6 rounds of blitz action coming your way. That's right, whole 6 rounds of it as usual. So to start us off, we got Alex against Dennis. Alex, of course, rocking the hometown hero, the favorite Kano. Well, I don't know, maybe just for one of us here. But he is up against Dennis on the Oldhim. Now, I will say this could be a pretty crazy matchup for the Kano if Oldhim rocks all 5 Arcane Barrier. But alas, Dennis says he only wants to rock 3 and the Heart of Ice, make it 4, and then make Alex here decide whether or not he wants to go off early or not. He does always have a chance to respond to the Heart of Ice trigger. And then Dennis says it's sledging time, coming in for what appears to be 6. So Heart of Ice there, as you can see, is attacked. So all cards and activated abilities. So that would pretty much prevent Kano from going off. Alex there throws a Blazing Aether in front of it and says, all right, we're doing this. Ooh, he's rocking some new Everfest cards. We see one of those hit his pitch. And then a nice promo Voltic Bolt coming across with the Crucible Pump. So that's going to be a nice 6 for 3 resources. Dennis will pitch 4, take 2, fall to 10. Alex says, hot diggity damn, Arsenals, and passes away. Now, how are you guys doing today? Let me know. Let me know how you guys are doing, as Dennis is going to start every turn off with Heart of Ice. He's going to need to get a little bit more pressure than just Sledge if he really wants to make this work. But it's at least a good start. Alex here knows that when he goes off, he'll at least know how much shield potentially Dennis has. Alex will go in response, so defense is going to be down for Alex, so to speak, but can come across and attack Dennis. Should Alex pull the card out of the hand, that means no damage coming back in response, and that is the nice thing about Kano sometimes. Although that will only work for 1 turn, though, as Alex will either need to keep cards in hand, so then function on his turn to pull more out of Dennis, or get some damage in here, let the passing go along, and then we go right back to where we were. Except Dennis would have 2 cards extra to work with. So something to keep in mind there. I do like this look here from Alex. Potentially. Dennis can block up to 5 right here. Of course, over multiple sources. Per source, only 4. Alex is considering. He sees Chain Lightning there. For him to get that ability, he would need to go off the top with Kano again. Surprised he hasn't rocked it. Chain Lightning will also allow Alex to play his next Wizard non-attack action card this turn as though it were an instant. Would you know Alex blocked with his Blazing Aether on a previous turn? So that's a bit of a awkward Bad News Bears territory. I think I glimpsed a Stir in the hands, maybe? I'm not sure. Cindering Foresight, maybe? One of the two. Oh no, Aether Wildfire. Alex, you better go on this, my guy. Alex definitely wishing he kept that Blazing Aether there in the arsenal. He could have cast it for free. Aether Wildfire plus the Chain Lightning into the Blazing Aether could be quite a bit of damage. Should Alex have the resources for it? It looks like he might not really have it. So Alex will play the Chain Lightning, which then allows him, so with no damage yet so far. We'll see if he's holding priority. He hasn't indicated as such. Nope. Okay, so Aether Wildfire out of the Arsenal zone. Only coming in for 4. Ooh. Okay, not the most optimal turn there. As Alex just ticks up Tunic on his turn. Arsenal's Dennis was not able to come in as he wisely blocked up the Wildfire. And so we really just have a response, a rinse repeat of what just happened, except now Dennis is going to have an extra 2 cards to work with, because remember on that last turn he only had 2. So we shall see how that's going, but definitely not the best rate there for Alex as he loses one of his, or 2 of his critical pieces there in the Chain Lightning and the Wildfire. Dennis could look to just continue to play the long game. Given he has sigils in the deck, Dennis is looking fairly healthy right now. Heart resolves. If I'm Alex on that previous turn, seeing what I saw there in his hand, I probably allow the Heart of Ice to resolve, block up the Sledge, come in with a Pumped Aether Wildfire, get at least 1 damage across, send my opponent to 9, and then rinse, repeat. Because remember, a Stir Fork Lightning comes in for 12. You can only block that with 1 card. If he only has 1 card to block with, it's a guaranteed kill. You can get that Fork Lightning up to 14 and at 9 health. Technically at 10 health, that's a guaranteed there as well, but you need the Metacarpus and the Crucible Pump. Command and Conquer's a bit of a craziness here, as Alex has no blocks to that. Oh, a Tome went in. That's right. I was saying that was going to be a Aether Wildfire there. I'm surprised on that. Alex could have thrown 2 cards out there to block, played the Tome on his turn, gains 4 life, and draw some cards and then go off the top on Kano. But alas, he took the 6 damage, fell to 6, then goes Lessons of Love. I'm a little bit more critical of Kano players, but so far he's doing okay here. Dennis is going to be able to block up most of this. Should Alex want to get this Lessons of Love across, he will have to Metacarpus Notes. Unless he also stirs. I see a stir in the hands. Tome at the end, actually, to start. Gonna break the lens and then Tome. I'm gonna put it up on top of it. So that will allow Alex to opt to look at the top 2 cards of the deck and choose top or bottom in any order. Tome is gonna be +1, draw 1. Alex is gonna top 1 to bottom 1. That could help this Lessons guaranteed to get across. Normally you see just +2 and you go wide. But that will apply to the next spell. Alex is considering. He pitched a card. 4, not sure yet. I do think he's sitting on the stir in hands, but usually the classic is use Lessons into a Tome or a Blazing. Alex will play his stir there, and then play the Lessons with the 1 floating. So coming in for 7 Arcane, Alex will be able to look at the top. Dennis says Pitchfork takes 3. Sends him down to 7. 3 damage so far this turn has gotten across. 2 floating here for Dennis as he double pitched blues. The shields are up. The shields are up, at least at the moment. Alex will get another try at it, though. He will get to stack the top of his deck, and then remember, Alex will get a chance to do some stuff in response to Dennis's turn. So look for Alex to try to pull more cards out of the hand, but Dennis does have 2 floating. It's going to be a tough one. I was just considering he stayed on Sonic there for a second. Don't normally want to get Gaze. Okay, he's going to go for the Gaze. I don't know where his other Tome is. It may be gone. That's generally what you go for. Gaze here will allow Alex to just opt to and refresh it. Generally, the concept is if you're going off the top with the Lessons, you just go and get the piece that you want instead of a support piece, whether you leave that on top or not. But Alex may just want to have that in hand. Nope. Okay, he wants to opt to, and then Gaze will return to the hands. The Gaze returns, gets an energy potion out there. Okay, that's one way to do it. That is one way. All right. Well, that would be the only reason why to get Gaze to the hand. You find your energy potions, and he did. So, okay, Alex, I see you. Alex here will draw 4. 2 in hand here for Dennis. Both, well, both stirs are gone now here for Alex. So Fork Lightning is dead, just about. Dennis says Reg Sigil to start. Alex says I will Kano in response. Aether Spindle's a great card. Alex has Metacarpus and the Crucible here with Tunic mana. All Alex needs to do is find 10 damage. Alex is going to Crucible Aether Spindle. Needs to pitch for it. Floats 1, puts it into the Metacarpus as well. So that's an Aether Spindle for 6. There shouldn't be one floating, though. Mana. Okay, use the Tunic mana. There we go. Now he's got one floating. Alex will opt to the 6. Dennis, let it go. That's, you do want to just block it regardless. Because that's going to be it. Voltic Bolt should do it. I see it in there. Bottoms 1, tops 5. Alex says boots. And Sonic Boom for 4. Dennis will sigil and die. Okay, well, that happened. Well done. That's why Kano's strong, baby. Dennis found a double red hand. Found a double red hand, so bad news bears territory right there. Alex did find it though. Did find it. So it was pretty decent. We'll give it to him. Not the worst Kano in the world. That was pretty good actually. We'll give him that. we'll give him that. So unfortunately for Dennis there, I don't think that was a sigil in Arsenal. That would have been super good. Sigil in Arsenal, blue in hand, keeps him alive there. But alas, Alex did find the pieces. He found the key and he got there. So that'll clean us up for round 1. Hope you're enjoying it. If you are, hit that plus button. We gotta be super critical on Kanos. You know, we gotta min-max that. But Alex did a great job, and I hope we get to watch more of him through the rest of the day because we love Kano. But after that, catch you guys in round 2.
change, but why was I the only one that really cared? Is it me, or there's somebody else who you've been waiting? I never see a smile like that before. Our love is broken, there's nothing left to pick up but the memories I had with you. Why'd you go and make me regret everything? I never wanted this to end. Now I've messed up without thinking. Things don't always come out like you want them to. Push away all that you hate, but it's the worst thing you can do. I'm hurting, can't you see, from all the things you do? I'm drowning in misery, we never got to say goodbye. Oh, you don't really know how much you made me cry. You really are the worst, but I can never forget you. Why'd you go and make me regret everything? I never wanted this to end. Now I've messed up without thinking. Things don't always come out like you want them to. Push away all that you hate, but it's the worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing, it's the worst.
When you game with Alienware, you have the freedom to be anyone, whether it's a smooth-sounding narrator or the galaxy's most feared warrior. And the freedom to go anywhere in merely an instant. So no matter who you choose to be or where you choose to go, Alienware empowers you to defy boundaries and find freedom. Elevate your gameplay with the new Alienware X-Series laptops with 11th Gen Intel Core processors. Defy boundaries and start gaming now at alienware.com.
I've been thinking about it. It's not that complicated. I wanna feel like I can follow you anywhere, and you'd be all about it. Bring me straight to the edge, 'cause I wanna dive in. It's like I'm falling and I'm running out of air, and I don't want it to end. So would you lay down for me? You got me begging you, pretty please. You got a tough love to keep, but I'm begging you on my knees. Oh, I just want you to want me so much that you can't help yourself. Oh, I just need you to need me enough. You don't need no one else. You don't need no one. Letting you in's kinda hard, so don't you dare break my heart. Always a trouble giving in to inhibition, but with you it's kinda fun. So would you lay down for me? You got me begging you, pretty please. You got a tough love to keep, but I'm begging you on my knees, on my knees. Oh,
be mine, far and wide, until the ground swallows up all I am. No, I won't give up. I know I'll find. We'll be dancing all night. My hands around your waist. I cannot wait till we're dancing all night. I just wanna hold you close. Never let you go, never let you go. I've been waiting for a long, long time, but nothing comes to those. Nothing comes, I know you're out there. I will find you. I know I'll find. We'll be dancing all night. My hands around your waist. I cannot wait till we're dancing all night. I just wanna hold you close. Never let you go, never let you go.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can save just by being you. DriveWise in the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback, and by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe just by being yourself. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
everybody, and welcome in to Uncharted Realms Friday event. 1 second question. All right, sorry about that. We're back. Welcome into Uncharted Realms' Friday events. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we are excited to bring you round 2 coverage of Out of the Box. Whoa, no, hold on, that's Sunday. Round 2 coverage of Uncharted Realms is Friday Night Blitz. I always get my days a little mixed up. You know how it is. It's whatever. But I hope you're having a good time. I know I am. I hope your ProQuest went well last weekend. I know ProQuest upcoming this next weekend. Got judging going down on tomorrow. We got a little bit of action happening here. Felix was a turn 1. Tried to do a couple spicy things. Become the Arknight. Marvin Skies drawn in the dark dimension. And Alex is like, I want to respond to this, please. As he's staring down 3 physical, 1 rune chant, with the potential for some extra spiciness there. The Drawn in Dark Dimensions will have go again, so Alex will at least see another 5 there from the Rosetta Thorn. Guaranteed. Alex here did some stuff, came off the top, found a tome, Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning went with no damage there, but Alex used the ability to come out of the hand for free to play Sonic Boom. That's going to hit for 2. Felix will block 2. So Alex will look at the top, get to do it at instant speed if it is, or reduce its cost. It's a Fork Lightning. Alex thinks he shouldn't banish it. I agree. It does cost 1. It'll at least come in for 4. Sonic Boom is pretty nice with the cost reductions. Alex does have 1 floating. Probably doesn't want to break the Metacarpus nodes there just yet, so 4 damage coming across there. Felix falls to 14, and the Drawn to the Dark Dimension resolves. 1 rune chant coming across here. Alex will take the 1 arcane and 3 physical staring down. Alex says, let's block for 3. Let's block for 3. It's a good thing Alex didn't try to go off the top and find more effects with that Chain Lightning. That Fork Lightning would have been pretty hard to pay for. All things considered, it would have been pretty tough. Felix then will take the Rosetta Thorn. Take 5 damage off of that. Fall to 9. Took 1 arcane damage from the Drawn to the Dark Dimensions rune chain coming across. And 5 from the Rosetta Thorn. That leaves him at 9. Going into Alex's turn 1. We got a very explosive game. Both players sitting dangerously low. Alex says, tunic up. You gotta love the Kano though. It's always an exciting match. Felix says he's gonna force the Kano to have it early. No drawing. No setup. Gotta just go. Alex says Crucible into Red Voltic Bolt of the nice promo variety. That's coming in for 6 arcane. Felix has a 3 arcane barrier there, so he blocks 3 out of the 6. Takes 3, falls to 11. Alex says, okay, Arsenal time. It's spooky business, though. Felix can probably make 9 on 3 cards. Remember, Alex, though, will have a 1 block there on the Tunic. Felix says, become the Arknight again. Alright, become the Arknight resolves. Felix discards a attack action, which allows him to go get a non-attack action. Alternatively, he could have done that vice versa if he'd wanted to. Could have swapped him about. But Modern Skies is what Felix needed. So all Runeblade cards now from here on out will generate a Rune Chant. Swarming Gloomveil. Viscerai does trigger. If I'm Alex here, I'm expecting... Oh, no Spellbound Creepers. Okay. So Gloomveil does have the go again, but that is all Alex has to be concerned with. Just 3 go again. 1 card in hand here for Felix. We know it's, I believe it was a blue Marvin Skies? Nothing in Arsenal there. If I'm Alex here, I might look for the kill. Or maybe not. It's pretty easy to soak up this turn. Does have go again, so it'll likely be Gloomveil into Rosetta Thorn. No blocks there from Alex. He'll take 3, fall to 6. Then Rosetta Thorn is only going to threaten 5. So only 5 damage coming across. Alex can take all of it. Alex says, I want to break the lens opt 2. I know you have 2 floating, but I kind of want to see what I got right now. I don't think he likes that very much. I saw a forked lightning on top. I believe, if I peeked it correctly, his op section there is in his right hand, or in the right section of his play area. His actual cards and hands are there to the left. I think Alex could just take all of this, roast out Felix on Felix's turn, and then come back in for the kill with the Storm Striders. But Alex may have the kill here. He may look for it right away. He just needs to get through 2, so all he has to do is find 13 damage. A Stir Fork Lightning, Metacarpus, Crucible would do it. Whole bunch of other avenues and lines available as well. Alex still has Chain Lightnings available, Blazing Aethers available. He's got the whole shebang. So he can most definitely make 14. Should he need to? Alex, considering. So a guaranteed 1 to the bottom. Considers the other one. Still considering. Alex is not staring down lethal here. Alex says he's a resource short. We've been there. A resource short and a card late. Or however you want to say it. Alex, though, he has a full extra turn, though, so hopefully he doesn't get too far ahead of himself. Metacarpet, or Tunic can also block for 1 here, so Alex could finish this turn at 2. At 2 life if he wanted to. Alex is likely incentivized here to take the damage, go back on his opponent's turn, chip away, pull cards out of the hand, and then go back. So, Lens is gone. Both to the bottom. Alex didn't like him. Hopefully he remembered he'd be drawing those. Oh, Alex wants the blinds Kano. Considers. He doesn't have to go crazy here. Stormstriders is also a 2 arcane barrier, so Alex could have potentially pitched a blue there to block all the arcane, used a card to block, and then on Felix's turn, just use 2 cards to chip away for a damage or 2. That was a possibility there. But Alex says, I don't want to play this game for too much longer. I want to make this quick, or at least not many more turns. We still have the banish card here from Kano's ability that we are considering. You can look at the top card of your deck. If it's a non-attack action card, you may banish it. So Alex is considering whether or not if he does want to banish it, and if he does, he can play it this turn as though it were an instant. So that will allow him to play his non-attack actions there. When generally you need an action point. That's what allows Kano to do all the Kano shenanigans. It's our turn, comrade. Or it's our country, as Russia might say. Ooh, that might be too soon, though. That might be too soon. Now, our shout out goes to those guys. Hopefully, that situation gets resolved rather quickly. Alex says no banish there, leaves it on top, still staring down a total of 3 arcane, 2 physical. I don't think Alex realized he survives through this right now. I guess Felix is actually at 10. Excuse me. We had him at 11 as well. We will take his word for it. He seemed confident. All right, so only 12 damage needed. That's a Stir Fork Lightning. Alex says just with the tunic. Oh man, now that Scour pitch looks really good. To just pitch all to block all the arcane. Alex could have just blocked all of that. Stayed alive. Okay though. All right, still a chance to go. Alex doesn't know what card's on top. He left it there. So here we go. Crucible into Aether Spindle. Oh man. Alex will opt X. This could have been Alex could have just took no damage there. It could have still been at 6. Force Felix more cards out of the hands on the following turn. I think that's probably the most optimal play there. You know that's a blue card there in hand there for Alex. Now, it's possible here. Should Felix take the 6? Alex goes Storm Striders into Blazing Aether pumped for 7. If Felix only has 3, there is a line there. Felix says 2 red, prevent 2, take 3. I'm sorry, that was an Aether Spin only for 5, not for 6. That wouldn't have worked then. Alex will opt 3. The one on top he does know about already. He did not want to banish it. He says all 3 on top like that, so he wants to draw them. And then that's it. So left a card in hand. Oh man, that could have been 3 extra life. Could have been more life. Alex could be at 6, which would 100% affect the game. Gorgarian Tome. If I'm Alex, I'm responding here. Maybe. He only needs to find 10. Alex says pitch for 3. Activate Kano. Oh no. Centering Foresight. It's a blue one, so he's only going to opt 1, but it is going to pump the next spell by 1. That's pretty decent. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the best. Definitely not what Alex wanted, but definitely not the worst. Felix was only a 2-card hand here. 1 card left in hand. This looks pretty good here. If I'm in Alex's shoes, I think I'd rather have 4 extra life, so that way the Rosetta Thorn's not just lethal by itself. But alas, can't always have it your way. We're still liking the Kano to win, to be fair. Or at least I do. I want it to win. What do you guys think? Who do you guys want to win here? You want Felix on the Viscerai, or do you want to continue to watch Alex on the Kano? Alex considering. He's thinking about it. You know, this game's required a lot of thought as some of the other ones across the field start to finish up. Alex still considering the opt out of the Centering Foresight. So Centering Foresight's a pretty nice card. I don't actually play any in my Blitz Kano because it doesn't block for 3. Surprising. All right, Alex activates Kano. Considers. Did he put the Centering Foresight on bottom? I believe so, if he's considering super hard. I didn't catch it. I was busy yapping about Centering Foresight. Being able to play it as though it were an instant allows you to get the snapbacks in there. Oh, Aether Wildfire is a huge card here for Alex. Dude, just fire it away. You got this game. You win right here, man. I promise. Well, he has to actually kill Felix or else Felix draws. So Alex needs to leave 1 card in hand to block the Rosetta Thorn, or he has to kill Felix right here. Actually, no, Alex just dies to the Quill Hand right here because of unoptimal blocking in the last turn. So Alex is going to go Wildfire here for 5. Pump it with the... Pump it, please! So Aether Wildfire here, since it's played on his opponent's turn, action card effects deal arcane damage. Instead, deal that much damage plus X, where X is the damage dealt by Wildfire. Felix has a red! So it takes 4, so Alex only needs 1 damage source. That's it! Storm Strider's in the damage source. Win the game! Oh no! Alex lets the timers off! No! Okay, that's okay. It's okay. We're alright. Kato, baby, you still got it. You still got it. Felix wants to pass the turn. Alex says, okay, it's a win here regardless. Alex, all he has to do, his next damage spell is pumped by 4. All he has to do is play one. Did not have it, I guess. Did not have it. We're going to see what comes out. Alex will draw. I really want to keep a harsh eye on what's in the arsenal there. It's possible he just has potions. I swear if he plays a spell. I swear if he plays a spell in Arsenal, I'm going to lose my mind, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens that way. You need a good learning experience. Alex wants to let Felix stay in this game, passes it away. Mordred Tide, says Felix, who wants to now close it out. Felix there also did not threaten lethal with the Rosetta Thorn the previous turn, instead leaving the card in hand to Arsenal. Into Marvin Skies. Felix throwing a lot of cards out there he doesn't need to. Quillhand into Rosetta Thorn would just would threaten enough. Ish. Though to be fair, they are double reds. Oh, Felix consider attacking with a blue card here. Blushy Skeleto gets cracked. Alright. That will reduce the next non-attack and attack action card this turn by the number of rune chants you control. It is going to be a blue attack. And 2 rune chants. So that leaves 1 card in hand here for Felix, or 2 cards in hand here for Felix. The shields are up. I'm very interested what's in the arsenal zone. Here from Alex. It wasn't a potion because he didn't play it on the previous turn. We got the Shrill of Skull Form. If you have played or created an aura this turn, it gains +3. Okay, so Alex goes Storm Striders into Red Stir the Aether Winds. So Wildfire for 7. Felix can prevent 3. Does he have a sigil? He does not. All right. Alex must have only had the red in hand, I think. Must have only had the red in hand. And could not have yeah, that must have been it. That must have been it. Alex must have been out of resources and could not Storm Striders into the Wildfire. Which would surprise me because he left all 3 of those on top. So he drew all of those. Keep that in mind. But alas, he still gets there. Kano, baby. Kano still gets there. Good job there, Alex. Well done there for Felix for giving it a shot. But you know, Kano. Kano's in the house. But that closes us up for round 2. Catch you in round number 3.
When you game with Alienware, you have the freedom to be anyone, like the galaxy's most feared warrior, and the freedom to go anywhere. Elevate your gameplay with the new Alienware X Series laptops with 11th gen Intel Core processors. Defy boundaries and start gaming now at alienware.com.
Every business owner asks themselves this question: how can I make my business more productive? At Ford Pro, we're purposely built to help answer this by offering ways to help electrify your fleet, bundle your billing, and streamline the whole thing. Introducing a productivity accelerator for your business. Visit FordPro.com.
I'm just a little bit tired, maybe a little too much, 'cause now it's hitting me harder. It's just a little too tough. It feels like I'm running from the world, just like I had something to say. Feels like I can take over control. I never had it anyways. So what do you want from me? You got me feeling like I'm never enough. Just say, what do you want from me? You give me nothing when I'm waiting for love. Just say, what do you want? Maybe it's just a thing about getting older. Maybe it's just a thing about growing up. I didn't think that life could get any colder, but now I kinda feel it in my blood. 'Cause it feels like I'm running from the world, just like I had something to say. Feels like I can take over control. I've never had it anyways. Say, what do you want from me? Oh, you got me feeling like I'm never enough. Say, what do you want from me? You give me nothing when I'm waiting for love. Say, what do you want?
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms this Friday event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we are bringing to you round number 3 of Uncharted Realms this Friday event. Is Friday, so you know what that means. Blitz action coming at you, and some have been calling me out for favoritism, but that's okay because we still got another Kano in the house. Problem though now is that Kano is playing against Prism, one of the least favored matches for Kano here. So this could be some bad news bears territory here as Leon starts off with a Herald of Triumph. Alex says, I'm going to block 6. Get that up. Alex is not going to have any ways to pop it. I've yet to see a Nourishing Emptiness. Oh no, a pummel. Alex will respond to that pummel to then go cards out of the hands. Alex will go Kano into Gaze of the Ages, into Kano. He will leave that one on top. Gaze will opt 2 and then return to the hand. Alex could only be looking here for a potion to come out or another 0 cost. One bottom, one top. Could extend the turn out there with a tome. Nope, says okay. We'll leave it there. It's a yellow pummel, so Alex will take 3. And Leon will pass it there. So a pretty nice pummel there. It's a great way to start if you're the Prism player, because everybody's generally just going to expect another Herald to come out. So they're going to wait. They're not too shabby. It doesn't... Kano's going to need a lot of luck here. Alex says, all right, we'll start with the Kano, who sees a Blazing Aether. Now needs to go all gas, no brakes. Leon here has 2 Arcane Barrier. And I believe that's a Halo there that should have a Spell Void on it, I believe. Ooh, Alex says red Aether Spindle with the Crucible Pump. That's 5. I would not have been sad with the Metacarpus Pump here either. But Alex wanted to save that. I've only seen it go once out of 2 turns or 2 games so far. Alex here, switching up his equipment to more of my favorite setup, has the skull cap on top. Instead of the talismanic lens, Alex wisely identifying he's going to need some armor this game. Really, Alex needs to get 2 cards out of Leon's hands to have some chance here, to have some standing. Leon will pitch 3 to block 2 of it. So we'll take 3 of it. Oh man, I would have loved to I think we would love to have a Metacarpus here. Double Metacarpus pump here maybe. But also Alex leaves himself open to another 0 cost here on top, should he find it. Or another potion. Alex could do blue into a potion. 2 on bottom, top 1. Could be left to draw there for Alex, as he will draw up at the end of the turn. Blazing Aether will come for free. For 3 right now. That's a 0 for 3. Alex needs to get some more damage in, though. He needs to get some more damage in if he can. I will also say Alex forgot his tunic counter. That's what happens when you got a guy that's casting that only plays Kano. You're going to talk about Kano a whole bunch. Prism, on the other hand, is really just looking for yellow in the pitch zone and a whole bunch of attacks. Blazing Aether it is. This one's coming in for 3. That's why I turned away. I think I would have liked the Metacarpus here. Pump it up to 5. Make an all-square game, potentially, or on Leon's pitch. You get the guaranteed 3, go 12 to 14, but lose your Metacarpus. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. You know that the Metacarpus is there to help you get your Storyfork Lightning up to 14. So that could be something in the future there. Remember, Alex left 1 on top there. Leon will just use the 1 there. Take 2, go to 15. Alex will Arsenal and pass. So that's also a consideration there, as Alex could be like, I do want more cards for my turn instead of 2 extra damage, which is definitely a consideration. So into Leon's now, 3 in the grip. Rocking the Heart and Cross Strap as well. Would love to see that get popped up. Oh, Miraging Metamorph. That's a new Everfest card. That'll be pretty spicy. Get ready for that to pop up on your screen, and we'll go through it there. Miraging Metamorph is a 7-powered attack, and if it's destroyed or when it's destroyed, create a token that's a copy of an aura you control, which can get pretty spicy if you have some like Retributions, if you have some Odes, Genesis out. Woo! Miraging Metamorph, you're like, please have that Phantasm. Please destroy this with the Phantasm. So Alex, I think, talking how he can't block the Phantasm and he can't break auras. And I agree with that. He's not got nothing in the list that can do that. You need attacks to do that. You got to be able to target it. So, it is just a 1 for 7. It's a great rate here. It has go again, thanks to the Luminaris. Now, the Heart and Cross Trap is still up, which is a bit unfortunate. I would love to see Alex potentially throw it all at Leon, but problem is a lot of Leon's attacks are going to come in for 6. I think Alex was considering fatigue, and no, that's not good at all. Now his skull cap here blocks for 2. I would like to have seen that. Chain Lightning, Blazing Aether gone, though. That would have been a great combination there. That's a 2 out of the 3 pieces necessary to make a random 18 out of nowhere. Leon takes 1, falls to 11, leaving 2 cards in hand. It means it probably tells me he doesn't block the next one unless it's with the skull cap. I'd like to see that get some use. Don't forget you got the 2, potentially 3 life total there. Oh, table 2 already done. Wow, Victor with a quick match. Wow. Maybe we got another Kano. We can see a Kano on Kano today. That'd be pretty cool. I think we're into Leon's decision. Leon says this card is dead. Oh, he pitches. Yep, it is a Celestial Cataclysm. Makes a shield. Dings for 1. Oh, man. I would have loved to see Alex potentially just win the game right there. In response to the shield, go Kano off the top. Storm Striders. into Chain Lightning into Blazing Aether, all depending on what he finds off the top. Let's see if he would have had the resources to do it. Yep, there's a blue and then a yellow. Sonic Boom coming across for 4. Let's see, would he have had enough? Doubt. Alex yet again forgets the tuna counter. So 3, 4, 5 would have needed 2 for the Blazing Aether and Chain. One of those would have had to have been an Arsenal, fellas. One of those would have had to have been an Arsenal. So could have canoed off the top, but it would have had to have been a 0. So 4 coming across. If it hits, Alex can cast the next wizard, or can look at the top, and if it's a wizard non-attack action card, he may banish it, and he may play it the turn as though it were an instant. It is also reduced cost by the damage dealt. So, word of advice for people playing against Kanos: block all of these Sonic Booms. Block all of them as much as you can. Leon here will block 2, have the shield pop 1. So 3 out of the 4 is blocked, but 1 does get across. That sends Leon down to 14. Now this card on top will get reduced by 1. In my list, most of my cards are 1 or less, so it's pretty decent for me. Alex says, "This is a Fork Lightning. I really don't want to see it." So he banishes it, just lets it go. And so that will be that card will be gone. It's dead. Alex realizes he misses Tunic again. He did. That's okay, though. So it's all in Leon's camp now. The Hardened Cross Straps is up. 3 cards in the grip. Threatening a lot of damage. This is probably Kano's toughest match. Leon here. We'll see what he's got. He says he's rocking a lot of new Everfest cards, which are cheap, heavy damage cards. Speaking of which, there's a red into the bin to play a War-Tuned Herald. That's red. It's a 7. That tells me Leon's doesn't got anything more, unless he's expecting this to hit and go into the soul. So if I'm Alex here, I'm throwing 2 cards and the Skull Cap potentially on top of this, depending on what he sees on top. Finds a Voltic Bolt on top. I think he likes that. Ooh, I like that. 3 to Kano. Ooh, he's stringing the turn along. And Lessons. Hold on a minute. We do know a Blazing Aether is left. Oh no, Blazing Aethers are both gone. They are both gone. Actually, excuse me. Oh man. Yeah, both Blazing Aethers gone. You see him there in the bin. So no Lessons in Lava into Blazing Aether. I see an Aether Wildfire in the hand. Alex lamenting the fact that he doesn't have the Blazing. That's why you gotta be very cautious when you go in on that. So Lessons not coming in for 3. So if that's Wildfire in the hands, would have had 6. Could have Wildfire double pumped for 4. Voltic Bolt for 2. So for 6 total. Could have had a guaranteed. So that would have done 6. So we got 4. And then Voltic Bolt for another 9. Guaranteed 7. So guaranteed 11 Alex could have had there. Oh yeah, Alex could have just won it. I think that's Nathan Wildfire in hand. I think he still gets it. Lessons in Lava coming out on the Resolve. That's gonna... Oh, the Spell Void there, actually. Excuse me. The Spell Void 2, so Lessons does not hit. I also would change the Wildfire math up a little bit, actually, to be fair. That'll teach me. Oh, it was not a Wildfire. It was just a blue potion. So Alex just didn't have any block. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Alex here will do the blue Voltic. Leaves 2 floating. Doesn't Crucible pump at all this turn. But that's okay. Alex falls to 3. Leon at 11. On Alex's turn, though, is not going to be able to do anything. The Skull Cap's still available, but now all of a sudden it doesn't block for that much. Alex will go to his turn. Finally get his tunic counter. Leon in super control. Ooh, has a potion there in Arsenal. Oh no. It was a super non-bow hand for Arcano player. Leon is likely to get this game. Considering making a shield right now, that's not a bad idea, Leon. I'm not going to lie. That's actually a really good idea. It puts you effectively at 12 life. And it's a once per turn action, so if I'm Leon here, I just leave the shields up. Use that heart and cross straps. Leave the shields up and have potential there to make a spectral shields. Yeah, there you go, Leon cross straps. That'll make the next attack action card cost 2 less. So Leon's going to lose the ability to give this go again most likely, but he could actually, Leon could let this hit, and prior to go again resolving, there's a priority phase, could make a spectral shield. And give this go again anyway. So here, another Herald of Triumph coming in for 7. Alex sitting at 3, does have the Skull Cap, 2 carries in hand would block it. Leon's got a lot of options as he's talking about here. Did not card well here for the Kano. Alex says his get out of jail is a tome. I don't know if there's much get out of jail here, to be fair. Not with 3 cards in the hands and 2 barrier with a Fork Lightning going. If Alex finds a Stir Fork Lightning combination, he can win. A Stir Fork Lightning at 14, that is. That's a guaranteed win. But I think Alex, he's gonna try to rip it off the top. He's gonna try to find it. I do see a Sonic Boom. I would love to see Alex just cast it up. See, that's why I would have loved to see the Sonic Boom there. Actually, Aether Wildfire might do this. Hold on. Aether Wildfire with a pump goes up to 5 into Sonic Boom into Rando off the top. Alex, so you're saying there's a chance, man? Problem though is that potion is it's not an energy potion. I believe it's a deja vu potion, which puts your pitch on top of your deck. Although, oh, hold on. Well, I'm trying to peek in the hand there. Alex, I think you can win this. Alex is considering. Leon can block 3 here in response to this. I'm trying to peek the hand here so we can see. I see Sonic Boom and a Gate, so I know there's at least a yellow and a blue. It's a Voltic Bolt. I don't know what color. Alex is missing his Tunic mana, which would have been active currently, which would suck, which might have helped. If that's a red, so if Alex here uses blue, he needs double blue here. Basically just needs double blue, but he might not have it. Well, hold on. Plays Aether Wildfire for 4. Or just for 2 resources. Leave 1 there. Would then need... yeah. If that's a red in hand with the Sonic, that's Bad News Bears territory without the Tunic mana. Alex wants to gamble it. Let's see. Potentially with 5 there, he could go Aether Wildfire into Storm Shatters into Voltic Bolt, but it's not enough, unfortunately. So Alex pitches the Wildfire. Or excuse me, pitches the Sonic Boom to the Wildfire. Says he's gonna pitch for 1. So it was a red Voltic Bolt, unfortunately. Alex will gaze. So a little ops 2 and go back to the hand. That's an E potion. That's not going to do well. And a Centering Foresight, which will also not do you anything. So even the Sonic Boom rando would not have worked. That's a shame. So Alex says bottom 2. Gaze comes back to the hand. Now you want that Aether Wildfire. Ah, finds a Lessons. That's a shame. Alex has to find the tome there. And that does it. So he'll let the Herald resolve. Yep, nope. You were 3 cards deep. You're 3 cards too short there, Alex, unfortunately. Darn, what a shame. Good try there by Arcano player. Just did not have the right cards when he needed them. A lot of risk, a lot of reward. Oh, he does have a Nourishing actually in the deck. Oh, hello. Alex still going through the motions, but Leon does get it. Leon does get it. Needs to put Sonic Boom back on top with the Deja Vu potion. And he could have potentially gotten there looking at some different lines of play. But Leon takes it. We'll see more Prism lately. So that should be a fun to see here of the new one. Leon does have enough block, though. There, that's the unfortunate part. But good try there from Alex. Good try, but Leon takes it with the Heralds. A couple, there's a War Tune in there, Miraging, the Metamorph, and pair a Herald of Triumphs. That will most certainly spell doom to any player. So great job there, Leon. And we'll catch you guys round number 4. No Kano bias here. You can't prove it.
When you game with Alienware, you have the freedom to be anyone, whether it's a smooth-sounding narrator or the galaxy's most feared warrior, and the freedom to go anywhere in merely an instant. So no matter who you choose to be or where you choose to go, Alienware empowers you to defy boundaries and find freedom. Elevate your gameplay with the new Alienware X Series laptops with 11th-gen Intel Core processors. Defy boundaries and start gaming now at alienware.com.
I knew I wasn't the only one up on your mind. I always told you that you're my star and that you shine. Did not realize you're for everybody, baby, why? I thought you were the one and only, baby, you were mine. Who knew demons always come in different shapes? Buying 1 gram every day to another eighth. I be popping all these pills when I feel out of place. You is of this world, baby, you shot me this beast. Girl, you did me wrong, my tears on the floor. Your love got me here all sore, I've been feeling gone. Ever since the day that you don't love me anymore. Ever since the day that you don't love me anymore. I knew I wasn't the only one up on your mind. I always told you that you're my star and that you shine. Did not realize you're for everybody, baby, why? I thought you were the one and only, baby, you were mine. Who knew demons always come in different shapes? Buying 1 gram every day to another eighth. I be popping all these pills when I feel out of place. You is of this world, baby, you shot me this beast. Girl, you did me wrong, my tears on the floor. Your love got me here all sore, I've been feeling gone. Ever since the day that you don't love me anymore. Ever since the day that you don't love me anymore. can do it like I do. No one else can do it like I do.
protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Am I lost or am I found? Can't hear my heart to follow the sound. Did I break or can I fly? The fall is harder from this high. All the ache to make the climb. Was it just a waste of time? And every picture in my mind, every moment well defined, fractured all that was inside, made someone I don't recognize. This door is broken, behind it I'm choking on the embers still smoking from the hurt that I've been stoking. It's time to let go, let the ashes grow cold. The same ones that stole what once was whole. Forget the lies that I've been told. All that glitters isn't gold. And they say, you just hold on. It's always coldest right before the dawn. But the night is endless, and the cold relentless. Sleepless till I'm senseless. Fought but I'm defenseless. What should have kept me warm is everything that caused the storm. All the warnings I ignored and still kept running toward. This door is broken, behind it I'm choking on the embers still smoking from the hurt that I've been stoking. Forget the lies that I've been told. All that glitters isn't gold. All that glitters isn't gold. Don't wanna be
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we're blitzing through the night here as we get ready for tomorrow's pro quest that somebody's trying to win. Looking at it. They got a great old hymn list there. Hopefully it is pretty successful, but we are bringing you round 4 coverage because it's Friday, it's Blitz, it's 6 rounds total. And we got Leon back front and center as he stares down yet again another Kano. And Leon here goes one spell or one attack there. The Herald of Judgment got fully blocked. His turn 1 into an Arsenal pass there. So Victor looking pretty healthy here. Didn't lose any life as he goes right into Kano. And then wants to pump Sonic Boom. Wants to look up off the top. So we definitely are not Wizard favorite here on Uncharted Realms. Of course, that would never happen. We like to remain unbiased and give you accurate reporting. Now, who am I kidding? Let's go Kano, baby. Anyways, Leon here gonna see if he can't do it again. Prism does have a very favored matchup into this. As Leon's rocking the same equipment. Victor here, however, does have a slight change. His headpiece, he's got the talismanic lens to go quick. Another good option there, as Victor knows that this match might end rather quickly, which it usually does. Within 3 to 4 turns, usually, if not less. Leon will block 2 of it, take 2. That could have been a great time for the headpiece there. That's Spell Void 2. But alas, Victor just finds a blue Scolding. Emerus is Scolding. It's the new one. It's the new Everfest card there. Scolding. Scold. There it is. It's the blue one, though. Boom. I believe that's in the foil version, potentially. It's why it's so dark. Leon says no blocks. We'll take 2. That does leave 1 floating, though, for him. Into Tome out of the hand now from Victor. He had yet to play out of the... yet to play. So not too shabby. Oh, wow. Storm Striders already, says Victor. Into Chain Lightning. Pumping with Metacarpus. Coming in for 4. That means Victor has a Blazing Aether in hand, for sure. Has so far done 2, 3, 4 damage. 4 damage coming in now for 4. Leon will prevent 1. You generally want to prevent more than that, but that's okay. Blazing Aether now coming in for 7. Leon here, if he had blocked an additional 1 on the Chain Lightning, it would have come in for 1 less. Effectively give you 2 life when you know your opponent's got the Blazing Aether. Something to keep in mind. If you block early, it's worth 2. Oh, wow. Leon says, I don't really care about that. As he falls to 6. Not Victor. No Storm Striders, though. As we go into Leon's turn. That was all on Victor's turn. Pretty good. Like we said, it's a race. So Kano might just have it. Not too shabby, though. Victor maximizing what he can do. I can get behind it. Storm Striders for an additional 10/11 look. Leon says, we need to put some damage on you, as you're still at 15. So Wartune Herald, red, go again with 7. Victor, no blocks. Falls to 8. Leon then says, Hardened Cross Strap. Oh, no, takes it back. I like the Hardened Cross Straps rather well here. The shields will be down, though. Keep that in mind. Just 4 cards in hand here for Victor. It's pretty scary with Leon sitting on 2 Arcane Barrier. Leon needs to threaten lethal. This turn if he can get a... hopefully have another Wartune Herald in the shield, but that would leave him exposed. Victor does have to rock off the top. Hardened Cross Straps. And then if you got an attack there in Arsenal, Leon, that's the one to go. Oh, CNC for 6. All right, well, it's not going to be go again, so he can't threaten lethal, but still, good damage here. As Leon leaves the card in hand to potentially block with. Well, block is a weird way of saying pitch for Arcane Barrier, but yes. All right, Victor says Lynn's time. So he rifles through the hand. Considers. He's staring down 6. It's not lethal. And there's no way for Leon to make it lethal. Now, theoretically here, if Leon is sitting on a red that he wants a blue, he could activate his helmet there, but I think the Spell Void is better. I think the Spell Void for 2 is pretty decent. Victor says, all right, leave them both on top. No changes there. In that order, kick 6. Passing priority over, 1 floating. Leon will then arsenal a card and pass the turn. So, we're getting down to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last 2 turns, or the last round of turns, as Leon draws 4 cards. Victor says, let's Kano Tice. Oh, wow. Double potions here. Oh, that's a nice cold foil potion there. A little deja vu there. And I believe Clarity. Victor here. Eye of Ophidia. So Victor didn't really like those potions. It's a new look for the Kano. I personally am not a big fan of them. I've actually even considered cutting my my energy potions, to be fair. Ooh, Victor said top, Sonic Boom for 4. Leon, if there's a time to break your skull cap, it is now. Or not your skull cap, your helmet. It is now. I hope he doesn't hold it. Well, I'm a Kano fan, so I hope he does. Because this is it for Victor's turn here. If this Sonic Boom gets blocked out. Although keep in mind, going back into Leon's turn, the shields could go down. But that is just the way it's going to be. Oh, double red. Double red across the sky. It is going to be enough to block it up. Victor says, before I draw up, let me see what's on top. So it goes 1 on top, 1 on bottom after the op. And then Deja Vu and puts the stuff on top and draws it back up. So sets himself up, does Victor. And that's why you play the new potions. Leon thinks he's got it. Thinks Victor's got it. Needs to attack with the card in Arsenal there. Leave 1 card in hand to stand a chance. Oh, no. War-Tuned Herald. Pitching a yellow. It's 7 go again. 1 floating. Leon's effectively at 7 life. Victor says, I like my eye so much on the last one. I want to do it again. Pitches to Kano. I saw a gaze in there. That won't help Victor. Could refresh an activation there if needed. Top to bottomed. Yep, there's the gaze. Cindering Foresight will allow the gaze to go back. So a lot of opt here from Victor. He's cycling through. He's trying to find the damage. Now, the downside of playing all these extra potions is that you have less damage to run with. And so Victor needs to go find it. So the opt 1 from the Cindering Foresight, it will additionally also pump Victor's next spell by +1, when considering he needs to make 7 life here. That's a pretty good start. 1/7 of the way there. Victor says leaves it on top. Not very convincingly, though. His tunic is not up at 3 yet. That shows how quick we are. Oh, wow. Victor just had nothing to block with in hand, though, either. So we have Chain Lightning. Here we go. Gaze. That will opt 2. And we'll return to Victor's hand. I think I see a potion in there. Doesn't like them. Yeah, I agree with that. I think they were potions. The gaze goes to the hand. The Chain Lightning can then come out. He uses the gaze that he had returned to hand. Now, to be fair, gaze could have also come back out to opt another 2 on the back of the chain. So this is Chain Lightning just for 4. No pump here. Leon, maybe he's got a sigil down there. I doubt it. Leon says, I'll prevent 1, take 3. Come down to 3. And then Voltic Bolt for 3. Just enough to get there, Victor. Wow, close one there, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kano, though, gets it off the top. Very interesting to see what Leon has down there in the bottom. But alas, Kano, baby. Looking good. But alas, that will do it. So Victor takes it in round number 4. We'll catch you guys for round number 5 after this.
said you wouldn't leave. I said, this isn't me. Do you know how you make me feel? Come on, let's be real. You said you wouldn't leave. I said, this isn't me. Do you know?
Run and jump to the other side. We can make that right. We won't fall, you and I. You know we can fly. Have all along. Don't prove me wrong. Tell me you won't let me down again. Don't let me down again. Fool me once, fool me twice. Two wrongs don't make a right. Run and jump, roll the dice. Please don't waste my time. Say what's on your mind. You know what's on mine. You know what I want you to say, so say it now. This war between us, I just wanna tear it down. Tell me you won't let me down again. Don't let me down again. Don't let me down, don't let me down again. Don't let me down, don't let me down. Let me give you something to feel good about. Good about. Good about. Good about. I can give you something to feel good about. Good about.
Now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Avoid biking in the rain and never touch another person's bike.
Hey guys, look at these bikes. So shiny. Whoops. I'm gonna leave a note. Oh gosh, there's more.
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
I feel so frustrated, and I make it so damn complicated for myself. My world seems like it's deflating. Oh, but I have to smile throughout it for everyone else. So
everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday event. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named, and we are both, I said both, excited because we got a Kano mirror matchup going on. I gotta get the sound effects still, but that's okay. Kano mirror matchup going on. That's right, double the Kano for you. So it's gonna be an awesome match here. Look to see either where these players go first. It's a tough matchup. Actually, both of them only rocking 4 arcane barrier. I actually usually prefer 5, to be fair. But alas, that's not going to be the case. Victor is going to be the turn 1. Says, let me get 6. Going to guarantee you get 3 here. Leaving 1 floating and 1 card in hand. But this matchup usually is determined by a response to somebody going off. So you can get some damage in first. And or have an extra card to play with. A lot of times you take the day. But that would be pretty crazy here. Alex says, I'll pitch for 4. Actually, it has 4 barrier. Because, excuse me, Storm Striders has... Yeah, Storm Striders has 2. I did say 4 barrier, not 3. Good. I usually rock 5. So, anyways. Victor gets the first blood. Sends Alex down to 13. Those potions are super primo now in this matchup because they're all blue. In other matchups, they don't block for much, so we'll have to keep. Won't have to worry about that. Won't have to keep too much of an eye on it. As Alex switched up to his Gaze the Ages mat, looking good there. Obviously didn't nuke himself on that one. Didn't debate himself into any losses after that because he made it back up here to table 1. As he goes Crucible Ultimate himself. The 2-card game for a while, boys. And then it's going to get super explosive as one's going to use all the cards to go off and the other's going to respond to it. So that's the way it be. It's a chip game. It's a chip game for a bit. Victor says, I'll prevent 4 as well. Oh, his own Voltic Volto goes into the bin. I don't know if that's the 2 you want to get rid of there, Victor, but we'll see. Alex says, Arsenal and pass. Leaving 1 card in hand. That's what you're likely to see from most of them. Should be 13 all here. Victor says, Crucible Aether Wildfire for 5, which means Victor lost some damage instead of playing the Bolt. So, okay, well, 1 less damage. 1 less damage, says Victor. He wants to be nice. He wants to be kind. Blue Scalding his pitch there. Alternatively there, Victor should have most likely, should have probably kept the Voltic Bolt and just done it backwards. But that's alright. You gotta practice your min-max. Oh, hello here, though. Alex says, no blocks, moves to the instep. Arsenal's good. Oh no, Victor with the commanding lead now. Victor says, Stir, Crucible. Sonic Boom! No cards in hand. Oh, 1 card in hand here for Alex. 1 floating. I would like to put that into the Metacarpus, maybe. But that gives Alex 4. He could cover a Stir Fork Lightning out of hand. Would not be able to cover a Stir Fork Lightning Metacarpus pump, though, if one of those cards be an Arsenal. Something to keep in mind. So this is Alex's chance to go off. Ooh, does not have the win. And does not want to try to do Chain Lightning shenanigans. As he will block 4. Take 3. Oh no, Sonic Boom into Sonic Boom. It's all going downhill for Victor, but going uphill for Alex. It's exactly how you want to roll into it. Alex wants to consider why Victor double pitch yellows. Finding 8 there is is still very reasonable with 2 cards and 1 in Arsenal here for Victor. The Sonic Boom goes for free. Victor blocks 3. Alex says, okay, then that will end it for me. I will Arsenal and pass. All right, going into Victor's turn, he decided not to rock in, play the sustained game, says, I will pass. He wanted to switch back up the hand. He had a blue and 2 Chain Lightnings. But there's also that card in Arsenal Ah, see, this is where I love going down the thought games, going down the line to see who can do what. But right now, Alex does have a, you can consider it tempo advantage, but being at less life, he is in the danger zone. Victor draws up. We were on Victor passing, so we go into Alex's turn. Tome of Aether wins a draw 2. Great card for this matchup. As it's going to leave the hand with a full grip. I saw Aether Wildfire in there. Plus a few other. Kano activation here. Blazing Aether Banish. Okay, this may be it. 3 to Kano again. Alex says, interesting. Now remember, he did have the Aether Wildfire, so he could have potentially just gone 3 into that and kept resources available still in the hand, popping the Storm Strider, but that would have reduced his Arcane Barrier count by 2. Something to keep in mind there. Keep in mind, though, Victor, he's trying to set something up. He did just kind of pass out the turn last time, block up, try to set up. Oh, Kano activation left it on top. Alex now would have to use the Storm Striders if he wants to go in, or he can pitch to Crucible Blazing Aether for 1, as Victor tells him. It's possible. I don't know if that's the most likely course of action. Or the best course of action, excuse me. 4 cards still in the hand here for Alex. It's tough to do that. I think he would have been better off served going into the Storm Striders, knowing that the Blazing Aether is already there. I think that 3 resources probably will look real good. Storm Striders, Aether Flare. Ooh, Forked Lightning in hand. Does not want to save it for later. Blazing Aether for 1. Victor says, yeah, no problem there. Go down to 9. And Alex will pass the turn, leaving 2 in grip. Arsenal 1. And pass off. I would think it's probably one of his red cards there. So either Aether Wildfire or something else. See if we can't peek a look a little bit. Now Victor says, it's my time to go. Tome of Faendal, trying to gain some life. This is on the stack. 3 cards in hand. It will go up to 5. Oh, man. This is great here for Victor. Super control of this game now. Gains 5. Up to 14. Lots of cards in hand now. And 2 floating. Ooh, I caught a glimpse of Blazing Aether there. Yep, leaves them both on top. You know it. Kano activation. Tome to draw 2. Oh, no. In response to that, Kano, yep, banishes the Blazing. Solid. Well done there by Victor. Great way to do it. Tome to draw 2. 3 cards still in hand. 2 floating. Victor draws the 2. And this is likely to be Victor's game from this point on. We're going to see as monster control right now. Enough life that Victor is 100% out of the range of what Alex has. Stir Fork Lightning does not get there right now for Alex. Well, I mean, he can go up to 14 if Victor leaves himself completely open. But should there be any resources floating, Victor can stay alive through any sort of burst like that. Now, to be fair, there are combinations. Now, I haven't seen them on either decks. To find 18 requires some Chain Lightning, Blazing shenanigans, or potentially Lessons in Lava shenanigans. Victor says Storm Striders. Oh, it's a bold move. They are destroyed, so that leaves Victor with 2 barrier. Alright, no floating now for Victor. He can play his next card at instant speed, though. Aether Spindle coming in for 5. Oh, I'm not sure I like this turn. Right now. 2 cards still in hand. Wait a second, there's Stir Fork Lightning right there. Victor, please! But those have to be blues. What? So if we would have thought Stir Forks just for 12, and then you have the Blazing behind it, that's a guaranteed win. You only need 5, 6 resources to do it off the Storm Striders. He had 2 floating. Aether Spindle makes a third, and then 1 blue. Oh boy. Well, it be that way sometimes there, fellas. Victor would have only needed 1 blue left in hand to be able to do that. And then he would have kept himself safe with 1 shield up, or at least a guaranteed 1 point on a red there. He could have pitched the Aether Spindle red. So it's possible that there's not a blue in hand there for Victor, and he wanted to keep some sort of shields up. This is coming in for 5, and the Blazing Aether behind it. So he is still forcing Alex to make a decision. That is fair. So it's not the worst line in the world. He's still making Alex choose. Victor is. As Alex resolves his talismanic lens, 1 top and 1 bottom. As he goes into Kano. Alright, Alex wants to respond to this. Leaves them both on top. Likes it quite a bit. Kano resolves into a tome. Alex will pay for it. Alex will draw 2. Now, Alex still has a lot of health to make up. 14 is pretty tough. So far, Victor has for sure 2 block. Probably more. If you think you put him on average blue-red, you would put him on 4 shields up there. Victor would need 14, or would need 18 points of damage. Alex there considering on his next Kano activation here. Remember, this is all in response to the Aether Spindle coming in. Right now threatening 5 and then 5 on the next Blazing Aether. Alex here could pay 4. Yeah, he pays 4 into it. Lets 1 hit. Victor looks at the top one. As Alex falls to 7. Victor says, I like it there. Blazing Aether for 1? That doesn't make sense to me. 1 card in hand, 1 in arsenal here for Alex. Okay, yellow, red still could have made the Stir Fork Lightning combination to win. Oh, a Cindering Foresight. Which means his Blazing Aether only comes in for 2. He did opt on top. And no shield left up here for Victor. Alex says, sure, no blocks. But I would imagine, well, no, North Storm Striders here. So Victor is blind off the top now. He does have 1 opt there. He will draw it. So yeah, Victor's going to be all blind off the top. He may have blown his load. It may have a premature Kano activation. Okay, don't want to go too far there. All right, Robe getting popped here from Alex. That will reduce his effect, but it will generate 3 resources for him. Alex will then just pass. Okay. Interesting choice there, because Alex could have, or Victor could have responded to it. Alex draws up, leaving 1 less barrier, and goes Lessons in Lava for 4. Lessons in Lava, great card there. Will allow, it's guaranteed now to hit. It will allow Victor to search for a card with 1 or less, put it on top. That Tome of Feigned Owl was turns to be the true moneymaker right now between these 2 players. Victor will block 3, take 1, down to 4. Alex is. Not Victor. Alex will block 3, take 1. Bought 4. Victor gets a search. Three cards in hand here for Alex. 1 in arsenal. But not likely to try to fire off. 14's tough. Had he been at 9, I think Alex could potentially threaten back, but boy, that does make a good look for the tome. I personally stopped running the tomes because they only block for 2 and they cost a resource. They're actually not a wizard non-attack action, so they're non-bows to the sonic boom. That's a big reason why I stopped running them. Non-bows to sonic boom and to lessons. But in classic constructed, you run them for sure. Not so much in blitz. I like the damage personally. I like the extra damage. So a little different theories. Victor says gaze the ages. He could have gone for 1 or less. Could have found a chain lightning, which is a big player there in the wizard look, who sees gaze the ages stir on top. So he'll pitch a gaze to gaze. Now we'll return to the hand. Opts 2. Gaze is a nice card there out of Crucible. Nice majestic there, as we actually see Alex playing on the Gaze the Ages mat. Victor, oh, Sonic Boom now coming across. Sonic Boom for 3, leaving 2 floating. Alex could find 14 on the cards he's got. 2 floating, though. Can't find 16. Alex will pitch 3, stop 3, stay alive for now. With Victor not having his boots, it's going to make it tough for him to finalize this. It's very possible he non-bows it off the top. A Wildfire for 4. No pump there. Alex conserving his resources, just trying to avoid potentially getting roasted out. I like it. You got to try something to keep yourself back on. If Victor goes for it and doesn't get it, then it leaves Victor very dead to rights. So something to keep in mind there, fellas. Well, this still could go Alex's way. And yes, indeed, the Kano v Kano matchup does sometimes take a minute. For those wondering. Victor only has 2 barrier. He realizes it late. He'll stop 2 of it. Take 2. Down to 12. The chip continues here for Alex. He'll go to the instep. Victor will choose not to do anything. Alex will do an arsenal pass. Now, Victor says, I need to just draw up because I don't want to get roasted out, which is possible. We know Alex might have some combinations. So Victor's sitting on 2 barrier. If Alex has the Stir Fork Lightning combination, he can threaten lethal and then have to survive just 4 points of damage, which is also almost guaranteed. Almost. Basically, would have to just say you're not going to find an Aether Spindle or a Wildfire off the top, or a Voltic Bolt off the top. But alas, does not want to. Goes into Alex's turn. I agree with this choice here from Alex. Starts with the Kano. Centering Foresight's Blade. He's going to opt 1. The next spell is pumped by 1. The chip continues. Alex says he likes it very much. Which means it's likely a big old damage spell. It's in the red variety. Or it's a tome. Says leaves it on top. As he peruses his arsenal card there. Still has his action point, Alex does. Has not used it yet. Sitting on 3 barrier himself against Victor's 2. Stormsider's providing 2 of that arcane barrier. Metacarpus Nose providing 1. On Victor's side of the field, the Robe is providing the 1. Alex pitches for Chain Lightning coming in for 4. And he can go the next spell at instant speed. Now we get into the risky territory here for Alex. How much does he go on this? If he's got a blazing, that would be pretty nice. Be able to just chip some more damage away for free. Keep the shields up. Only 1 card in hand here for Alex and 2 floating. Victor takes 4, falls to 8. Alex says, with the 2 floating, I'll go Aether Spindle. Coming in for 4. See, neither player being able to make effective use out of their crucible just due to having to keep resources in hand to prevent the crackback. Oh boy. Tight finish though here. Down to the wire. Victor's considering his hands. At some point you gotta think I can find 2-4 damage spells off the top, but with both of these lists though, playing a lot of potions, it's very possible and probable that they won't. Victor says, I'll block 2, take 2, falls to 6. This is getting very scary here for Victor because Alex still has the Storm Striders up. That was the most Victor could block. It's another Chain Lightning there. Victor would have preferred to see that one on top. I think Alex, if I had to guess right now, I think Alex sneaks this one out. 3 cards here in hand for Victor, 1 card in Arsenal. But I believe Alex sneaks this out with the Storm Striders in response to whatever Victor does on this future turn. Alex is resolving the 2. I think if Alex stays dedicated, doesn't pitch for Kano here to get whatever this card is off the top, I think he takes it on the next turn. That's what I'm thinking. If I'm Alex, I'm thinking I want blues here. Bottom top. I'm thinking I want a damage spell and some blues. Yep, there we go. Nice. Passes priority. Victor says, okay. Alex arsenals, and it sends it away. Ships it out. So we're getting there, fellas. Victor says, Tome from Arsenal again. Oh, no. Alex. Oh, gross. Oh, you're gonna sort of have to go now. Alex says, Kano. Not even Storm Striders here. Just Kano. Oh, no. It doesn't like it off the top. Oh, this is crushing. Victor is going to would get 4 more life, generate 9 life total in this matchup. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Remember, guys, this is on the back. Victor could have won this game already with Stir-Fork Lightning. Victor, if you're watching this back, you did have it. You did have it at one point. So something to keep in mind. Alex banishes Chain Lightning with a gaze there. He wants both of them, so he needs another activation here, my guy. And you need damage. Ooh, Victor being nice and talking Alex through. So Victor talking Alex through actually how to get both his gaze and his Chain Lightning together. He needs to play Chain Lightning. I guess it doesn't necessarily matter, but all right. So plays his gaze, holds priority, plays Chain Lightning. The Chain Lightning will resolve and see that Alex has played another Wizard non-attack action card, so that'll come in for 3. Victor will pitch a few and block 2. That will send Victor down to 5. Alex opts 2. That gaze will return to the hand. 1 in hand, 1 in arsenal right now with the gaze, so technically 2 in hand. Bottom, Alex says. Needs to find damage for 6. Or excuse me, needs 7. Needs to find 7 damage. Oh, nice. Tome, draw 2. So Alex bottoms reds. For sure. This is on Victor's turn. There's a Tome of Feindal in response here. Now, the crazy bit is Alex might not be able to finish this, and then Victor could let this Tome resolve and just get 2 life, and that could be it. Although, if I'm Victor, I say I go Kano off the top, try to find, if I got a double blues or a blue yellow, I go Kano off the top, try to find a 4 damage spell. Alex says, let's go Kano, leaving 1 floating. Reminder there that Metacarpus is still in play. For both players that could pump spells. Victor only rocking 2 barrier. Long drawn out match. Alex considering what he wants to do with this Kano. Storm Strider still being up. Really makes me wonder what's in Arsenal there. All Alex needs to do, find 7 damage. 7 damage on 1 card, he gets there. You can do that with a Voltic Bolt. A red Voltic Bolt would do it with a double pump. Need 4 resources. Alex could also alternatively slow this down for himself. Leave it on top. Alex has to get there this turn if he does this. Otherwise, he can't just hold back and wait. Blue Voltic Bolt. Pays into the Crucible with 1. Remember, this is in response to the Tome. Victor will have a chance to go when Alex draws. So Alex could alternatively just keep cards in the hand. Comes in for 5, says Alex. Victor will prevent 2. Take 3, leave 2 floating. Oh, yeah, if I'm drawing a blue here from Victor, I am going. Victor falls to 2. Alex at 4. Neither player appears to play Snapback. Tome resolves. Victor will draw 2, gain 2, go back up to 4. So 4 all. Oh, I'm going Kano. Kano, look for that blue off the top. Victor, let's go. Because Victor will also be able to respond on Alex's instep. Victor at 4. Should be 4 all. Oh, man. You don't even need to find a 4 damage. If you got the blue. Oh, he has the red. Oh, gross. Which is still fine. It's still fine. You 100% do it. Yep, Kano. There we go. Rando at the top. Leaves it. Leaves it. Victor says pass priority. Alex is it's good. All right, so Metacarpus down. Alex down to 2 barrier himself. Victor will draw. Victor considering whether or not he wants Arsenal, which tells me, is that a blue? Oh, man, he must have non-boat off the top of that then. That might be an I. Alex's turn. He will play Energy Potion. Which, nice thing about Energy Potion is technically Alex can pop it on the chain, waiting to resolve is technically in the arena. The more you know. The more you know. Yeah, it's craziness. You can activate the abilities of cards anytime that they are face up on the arena as well. And it's an instant. The more you know. Funny little interaction there, which generally doesn't happen a whole bunch of times, but little trivia tidbit for everybody out there. Victor says, I want to go on Kano here because I do want to try. Blazing Aether he finds Bolted Bolt, Blazing Aether. Double pump here would do it. Yep. Nodes make this Voltic Bolt for 5. Alex can prevent 2 and 2. He can prevent 3. Oh, has a red one there, so he can prevent 3. So actually, I think he stays alive. Nope, 2 and 2. That would do it. Down to 4. Victor gets it with Alex's red card in hands. Although having the Aether Wildfire in hands Why didn't he Storm Striders and Aether Wildfire to start all that? I don't know. I don't know, but alas, Alex tried to go off the top and couldn't get there. Was close yet so far away. Victor with the double. The double spring, excuse me, not spring tunings. The other Fandal card, the Tome of Fandal, to gain a whopping 7 life this game. So look at the health totals and tell yourself, does 7 life really matter? Oh yeah, quite a bit. That's half the Kano life. You doubled it. Or not effectively doubled it, but effectively gave himself an extra half. I don't know. Math is weird. So anyways, close up for round 5. Round 6 coming soon.
Now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Avoid biking in the rain and never touch another person's bike.
Hey guys, look at these bikes. So shiny. Whoops. I'm gonna leave a note. Oh gosh, there's more.
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
I'm terrified and loving it. No regrets to keep me up at night. Feel so alive and loving it. I just died, so I finally learned to fall. Left to cry for the fun of it. Now I finally see the light.
fear at Cape Fear Valley Hospital.
At Cape Fear Valley Health, your health is our specialty. Learn more at capefearvalley.com/heart.
Am I falling enough now to fit inside your mind? But it drives you crazy to know what's in you like a parasite. And it means to see there is no end to me.
I swear I'll never make that same mistake. I'm always lost in my own headspace. I know it's gonna make my heart ache, but only thinking what I wanna say. When I'm high, I get low, 'cause I know that I'm not with you. Let me go to where I call home, in the arms of someone I knew. You're stuck inside my head. I thought I'd left you, but all that's left is pain instead. While you're sleeping on in pieces, hoping you'd call up again. I'm trapped in a maze, made my mistakes, and it never ends. Oh, I could tell you honestly.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Uncharted Realms' Friday events. I'm Brent, alongside streamer to be named as we wrap up coverage of our Friday night Blitz action. We had a solid 5 rounds there for you. And we'll have a solid 5th one to close it out as we got Victor back on the Kano facing down Dennis on the old him. So it's hammering time, but hopefully not too much hammers as we watch Kano take another win. It was a pretty close one in the last rounds. You know, we didn't know if Kano was going to get it or not, but Kano got it. If you know, you know. But anyways, Dennis now coming in. He says Spinal Crush coming for 9. As Victor's like, ooh, that might be a little tough. He'll throw 8 on front of it. Take 1, fall to 14. Leave 1 card in arsenal, 1 card in hand for him. As Victor just stacks up Tunic's E-Pots. All right, that's 4 extra resources there for Victor. Hanging out. As Dennis is at 19. So 1914. Starting our Guardian turn 2. Ooh, as he's got a nice gem there. I don't know if it's the best gem to be playing in that deck. It might be taking the place of another more recent Everfest gem. As Dennis says, Heart of Ice. And then another Spinal Crush, I believe. Victor says another 8. Dennis passes it over. On his turn, he will tome, gain 2 life. All right, leaving 2 floating. Now Victor can go off the top. That puts him back at his starting life total. As he can now rock off the top should he want to. Activates Kano is what he does. Has 2 floating, 1 card in hand. Ooh, Sonic Boom. Does he pump? He is staring down 4 barriers, so I like the idea of no pump here. Put the card in arsenal. Dennis prevents the 3, so Victor arsenal and passes. Now, alternatively there, I do also like the potential to pull an extra card out of hand, but Dennis says Heart of Ice. Victor consistently says no responses there. Lets that resolve. That attacks all of his cards, spells, and abilities. As Dennis then just hammers for 6. That's what rinse repeat. Hammering time. I'm a big fan of the Winter's Whale Lantern. Get that 5 barrier, which is pretty scary. Victor says he'll block 9. This is a bit wild. Victor activates Wildfire, pulls a resource off of, pitches Wildfire and the Tunic resource to go Spindle for 4. Dennis says, I'll prevent 4. So wait and see if Victor pitch stacks on this one. So far, I've yet to see it. Or at least meaningfully, as he puts a red to the bottom there. Wildfire could be a way to do it. Heart of Ice here is the start. 2 floating from Dennis. You know it's just going to be a hammer for 6. Victor's considering responding to it. Don't know if he needs to necessarily. He has chip damage and win on Stir Fork Lightning, so all you got to do is wait. 1 card in hands, 2 floating, 1 in arsenal here from Dennis. The scary thing here for Victor is if Dennis has the sigil down there, debates it out. It could be bad news bears territory if Victor goes for a win. Victor here activates Kano, throwing a lot of reds in there. Is he stacking? There's a stir there that would look really good in arsenal for a Stir Fork Lightning. Boy, I think you gotta. Oh no, it's a Fork Lightning. That's the absolute worst card Victor could have found there. Oh no, I don't know if you banished that one. I don't know if you banished that one, but the reason why you sit and wait. Oh no, Command and Conquer coming in now for 6. Victor will have to take it. Fall down to 9. Oh boy. Dennis will draw up. Victor will just have to tunic and pass. Oh no. That was one of the win cons there for Victor. Dennis gets one sigil and it'll be close to being it. He can get one damage on a Voltic Bolt. He can get one, or he can get, excuse me, he can get two damage technically if he metacarpuses, but with the no, if he metacarpuses, he can get three because that goes up to seven. With tuna, with just Crucible, he gets two damage. On the wildfires, he gets one extra damage. So you think there's 2, 4, 5, 6 if all used appropriately there damage you can find, and then Metacarpus, Crucible, Stirred Fork, Lightning is 14. 4 if it gets blocked is 10, which makes 16 damage. Ah, but there's his, yep, getting the sigils. And we're in Bad News Bears territory here for Victor. Activates Kano with the Heart of Ice, or excuse me, with the Eye of Ophidia. Takes a look at the top. So Victor most definitely not opting to stack for this. And that's what you really want to do against a defensive Oldhim look. You got to stack your Stir Fork Lightnings. And you've also potentially can put a Blazing Aether there underneath it all too. It doesn't even technically have to be underneath it. It just has to be on the top somewhere. Generally, you would prefer either your Stir. You could leave your Stir on top if you've already used your Storm Striders. Victor will gaze the ops. He wants to. He's going digging. But I will say this is not a bad matchup for Kano at only 4 barrier. I will say on 5 barrier it has been difficult. I have played quite a few of that, and 5 barrier is tough. Not not impossible, but most definitely tough. You got to catch your red hands. And usually it's Crown of Seeds, to be fair. Usually it's Crown of Seeds, 3 barrier, and a Lantern. But alternatively could be could just be the Norrune Hood. It's really give or take. Seeds is a great option there. Victor considering his opt here from the gaze, and that will likely finish the turn there unless he wants to pop E-Potion's Tunic to go get another card off the top. The gaze will not return to the hand here for Victor. He says no after some discussion. That graveyard already starting to get pretty thick as Victor passes the turn there. Draws himself up a fair amount of cards, 4 to be exact. I think I saw Lessons in a Blazing in the mix there. Both those cards kind of dead in this matchup, to be fair. Lessons, you can't guarantee it. Wildfire, if you catch your opponent. Ooh, Dennis says Heart of Ice. Victor says I kind of wanna see what's what. Goes to Crucible. So he may have stacked something. He's counting. He might be counting back for that Stir. The problem is that one Fork Lightning's already gone. You're going to need 2 Stir Fork Lightning combinations if that's your route there. Because remember, he can find 10 damage on the Stir Fork Lightning. Guaranteed. And he can find an additional 6 on all of his Voltics and Aether Wildfires. Now, to here, he also does have 2 red Aether Spindles, so he finds another 2 damage there. So, excuse me, I forgot about that. So, up to 18, but still 1 short. All right, there. Dennis throws out an Endless Winter. Victor says, let me block 6 of that. One of his Baltic bolts, though, and the lessons. As Victor will just play a potion out there and pass the turn. I think that's a deja vu potion. I don't know if Victor has a lot of experience with this matchup, but he might. He might. So far, Dennis looks very healthy. Remember that he likely is going to come across another sigil here pretty soon. So you can effectively expect Dennis to be sitting at 22 life. 22 life. Keep that in mind. Should Dennis just keep the shields up and not draw an all red hands, it's very possible Dennis can take it. But you give the Kano one opportunity and in a red hand, and there's no telling what might happen. Victor could most definitely come in there and get it if he needs to. So Dennis, ooh, this was at least 2 cards were red, as we got a Command and Conquer out of the Arsenal zone. Oh boy, see, sometimes that's when you gotta see if they have it or not. Fired away. That's when I liked the new Aether Wildfires. Kind of clutch in that regard. If you think your opponent's sitting on reds, get that pump for the whole turn. Victor's considering that Heart of Ice did not go through this turn yet, so Victor clarifies that. He asks, it's not active. His opponent tells him. Dennis did there. 17 or 7 and 19, 12-point discrepancy here between the two players. Kano does start 5 under though, so far Dennis has made great raids. As it appears Victor wants to throw 2 out. We'll block 6. Dennis sigils, there we go. Up to 22. All right, and that'll be most likely all of the life gain. I don't expect Dennis to be playing Blessings in this list, but it's possible. Blessings of Deliverance. Woo! Victor's got to find 15 points. He's 15 points down. He will Arsenal and pass there. He's definitely stacked something to the bottom that he likes, but it's going to be tough. It's going to have to be Stir, Fork, Lightning, Blazing Aether. And even then, it is not going to be enough, though, to be fair, because that is only guaranteed 16 points of damage. Dennis says Heart of Ice. So Victor's going to have to chip away somewhere. He's going to have to find... If we want Kano to win here, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to have to chip away at some point. But Dennis showing he's cool, calm, and collected. You could say, what's cooler than cool? Ice cold. Yeah. Again, if you know, you know. Anyways, speechless people over here. I agree with that. Oh, don't give me the cold shoulder over there. Oh God. Okay, we can keep going here, fellas. I got him all day. Oh, he doesn't have the heart to tell me that these are bad jokes. For those watching on the VOD, give me a thumbs up if these puns are freaking awesome or not. I wanna see all these likes later. All right, Victor says Aether Wildfire on the Kano into Stir. Hello. Whoa, slow down, Tome. Oh boy, see, this is where you love to have snapbacks. All right, Victor needs to get some damage in here, but remember he's sitting at 7. It's very possible Dennis just goes, I take everything and kill you with a 7-powered attack. So be careful there. We do know both Spinal Crush is already gone, but Crush Confidence could be in there. What are some of the other ones? Was Debilitate? That's at 6 or 5. Oh, there's some other ones in there. Even a Glacial Footsteps of the blue variety could do it. We do see one pitched away. So right now, Victor's looking at 4 net needed to get Stir Aether Wildfire. He could actually even pump by 2 on the Tome. If he's got Blazing Aether there in hand, he could actually go Stir, Aether, Wildfire on the double pumped. Instead, he draws 2, though. So this could have been Stir, Aether, double pumped by Tome. So 7, 8, 9, Crucible 10, Metacarpus 11. Max Dennis could block for his 4. That would pump every spell by 7. And then a Blazing Aether for 14. It doesn't win you the game. It doesn't win you the game, but it would be a good look. Oh, you could, if you had the resources, you could Metacarpus pump it. Would require, let's see, a blue to leave 1 floating into the Stormstriders. Oh, he's got 2 cards in hand, Victor does. So yeah, no, he could find 22 here through 4 block. But Dennis has 3 cards in hand and two floating, so it's guaranteed to have at least 5. So impossible for Victor to win there unless Dennis blocks incorrectly. On that look, that would require Blazing Aether and at least 3 resources in hand here from Victor, and or a Tunic counter. But alas, that was on the double pump of the Tome, actually. So if we take that back and we walk that back, the 2 cards in Victor's hand, though, are actually... Yeah, no, so the 2 cards in Victor's hand are from the 2 he draw from the Tome. So, alas, that could not get there. Victor cracks the lens now. I think you need to crack the lens on the Tome draw. Could have Blazing on top. He says he likes it. 1 top, 1 bottom. I think there was only 4 or 5 in there. He's going to try for it. Activates Kano. Oh, no. It's a pot. That's not effective use of your resources, but plays it. You can opt to Victor can with that. We'll crack it to opt to. Bottoms both, so okay. Last card's up. The Tome was already resolved, so both potions gone. Generating 4 resources. Pulls the resource off the Tunic. Goes up to 5. He can put these back on top with the Deja Vu potion. Tome's gone. It's already resolved. Moves to the graveyard there. Thank you. 1 card in Arsenal there for Victor. Wants to Stir. Crucible. Aether Flare. Aether Wildfire, excuse me, for 8. And goes Nodes. 1 floating. Coming in for 9. All right. Dennis will prevent 4. Take 5. And that will leave Dennis with 1 floating. He'll take 5. Blazing Aether coming in for 10. It's not pumped by the Metacarpus. Is it possible he's got another Blazing Aether here? Oh boy. Dennis will prevent another 4. Take 6. He's taking 10 to... Oh, he had another one. Wow. That does it. That does it, I think. 5, 10. It would come in for 10 plus 5, 15. Dennis couldn't prevent it. Wow! Victor got there. I'm surprised. He managed it. Oh, boy. Talk about it. All right. Yeah, Blazing Aether for 15, so Dennis physically couldn't prevent enough. So that did it. All in response to the Heart of Ice. So look at that. Aether Wildfire is clutch. Turns out. I mean, we knew that, but boy, didn't think it was going to get there like that. Victor had like 3, 4 cards left in the deck and was able to do it. So, wow, good job there. Dennis giving him props on it. And that's that. So, Victor, Kano, baby, rounds it out. We're a little bit more critical on the Kano players, but that's because we like it so much. So props to Victor for winning it today. Takes a nice Blitz Armory event victory for himself, but close us out here. So on behalf of Uncharted Realms, it's myself, James, and John. We want to say a big thank you to everybody that watches and has a good time. If you're interested in participating in the events, hit that Discord link in the description below. Blitz on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Out of the Box Gaming's Commoner event you can find on the Discord. That is every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in playing or just hanging out, again, hit that Discord link below. But that should do us here. We'll catch you guys Sunday.